Hi there, I'm Jamie. Welcome to class. In today's all-level vinyasa flow, we will be opening up our hips and our hearts. You might want to have a block and or a yoga strap available, but no props are required. Take a moment to settle into your space, taking a nice, tall, comfortable seat. And if it feels safe in your body, blink your eyes to closed. Notice any sensations in your body from sitting in this way, perhaps across your hips or your spine. And whether you've shifted your weight to one side or the other, forward or back. Notice your breath without changing a thing. And begin to notice any chatter in your head. It's coming slowly or quickly. Any major themes or emotions behind this mind chatter. Now inhale, begin to sweep your arms up and overhead, stretching. Exhale, let your arms float back down the way they lifted. Warming up our shoulders again. Inhale, arms reach out wide, and then overhead, stretch. And exhale, release them back down the path they lifted. Again, inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, float them down. Take 3 more rounds of breath just like this on your own. Begin to make your way into your Ujjayi breath. Those nice inhales and exhales out the nose, little restriction to the back of your throat. From here, we'll make our way into separate leg stretching. Extend your right leg long, tuck your left leg in. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, begin to surrender forward over your right leg, stretching your right hamstrings. Feel free to reach for the outer edges of your feet. You can use a strap here, or to just relax your arms long beside your right leg. Notice the stretch you feel along your right hamstrings, your back, perhaps the left side of your body. Keep your left hip fairly heavy here so it stays planted. Final breath in the shape and back out. Next inhale, begin to walk your arms up your leg to come to a seat, and then swap out your legs, left leg extends. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist and begin to dive forward, finding your stretch on the other side. Make sure your shoulders are pretty even towards the mat. And don't forget to keep your right hip heavy on this side so your hips stay planted. Come back to your breath and notice if this side has any news to share with you compared to your first side. Final inhale here. Blow it out. Inhale, begin to walk your hands back up your legs, come to a seat. Rearrange your legs, we'll meet in tabletop shape, all fours. Now inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down, and exhale, cat, arch your spine. Inhale, back to cow, and exhale, cat, press the ground away. Continue with these for a few more rounds, adding any other organic movements that feel good. Great time to come back to that body scan, noticing what's feeling great and what's still a little stiff, might need a little extra attention in class today. Take a couple more rounds of breath. After your next exhale, we'll meet in a nice long neutral spine tabletop, preparing for a little core work. From here, inhale, spinal balance. Lift your left arm in front of you and your right leg behind. Now inhale, reach, and exhale, bring your elbow to your knee to bird dog. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, engage, hug it in. Inhale, reach. Last one, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach, and exhale, keep your right leg long, tap your toes down to the mat, and begin to press back into a little calf stretch. We'll hang here for a moment. And then come back to neutral through the hips. Dial your left foot out, side of your mat. Bring your entire right foot down, and then reach your right arm up and overhead. Lift your right leg for baby half moon. Flex your toes and breathe here. Really stacking right hip on top of left. Engage your core. One more inhale. Exhale, unbuild, find your modified side plank, and then make your way back to tabletop. Take a moment to shake it out. Side two, inhale, reach your right arm in front, your left leg behind. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bird dog, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, connect. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hug it in. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, calf stretch, plant your hand, tap your toes down to the mat, and begin to press your hips back, finding that stretch just like before. Now bring your hips back over your knees, your right leg out to the hardwood floor outside of your mat. Lift up into your modified side plank, and from there your modified half moon. Again, really stacking shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, open up. Breathe here. One more inhale here. And exhale, unbuild, modified side plank, back to tabletop. Give it a wiggle. Once you feel reset, we'll meet in high plank position, top of a push-up. Take a moment to find your stance and your strength, engaging your legs, hugging your core up and in, and really pressing the ground away with your hands. Add a little softness to your elbows here, especially if you tend to hyperextend. Unclench your jaw and notice your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Do not get comfortable. Inhale, ripple back forward to high plank, and exhale, send it back down dog. Again, inhale, high plank, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now get cozy. Feel free to bend one knee and then the other, stretching out separate legs. Just sway your heels side to side, shake out your head. A few alignment notes here. Spread your fingers wide to create a nice stable base. Tilt your tailbone, lift your hips high towards the ceiling of your space. And then drag your heels low towards your mat, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Soften your jaw. And now begin to tiptoe your feet forward to meet your hands for a ragdoll shape. You can spread your feet pretty wide. You can bend your knees here and allow your torso to hang heavy. Interlace your hands behind your back for a heart opener. Soften your elbows and reach your fist up and overhead. Release your neck. Take a breath in. Exhale, release your fist to your back, unfurl your arms, release your hands down, and then heel your feet to your stance. Soften your knees. And we'll start to round up one vertebra at a time, no rush, making your way to standing. But once you have, bring your hands to heart center. Set an intention if you have it. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Bend your left elbow, capturing with your right hand, and take a side body stretch over to the right. Weight is even across your feet. Keep engaging your core. And spiral your left shoulder slightly back so your shoulders align. Inhale, come back to center, swap out your arms, and exhale, side body stretch the opposite direction. Even your weight across both feet. Continue to engage your core to protect your lower back. Soften your jaw. Inhale, release, come back to center. Exhale, cactus back bend. Cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades, perhaps soften your knees. You can think about tilting your elbows up to find a little extra depth in this back bend. Inhale, release your back bend. And exhale, dive over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your high plank position. Lower down to your stomach, feeling free to use your knees for support. As you drop down, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart for your low cobra. Using mostly the strength of your back here to lift you. Tuck your chin so your neck stays long. Inhale. Exhale, release back down. Now interlace your hands behind you for locust pose. Inhale, lift your feet. And exhale, reach your fist back towards your toes, lifting your heart. Gaze stays low here. Think more about lengthening than lifting up. Exhale, release back down. Take a moment to rest. Now bend both knees. Capture your feet from the outside and kick feet into hand to lift your heart. Squeeze your knees together as if you are holding a block between them. And then gently release, letting your feet fall nice and easy down to the mat. Bring your hands back underneath you. Inhale, press the ground away, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you. And exhale, runner's lunge. Step it on the outside of your right hand, tapping your right knee down. Lowering down to elbows on your block or on the mat if that feels safe in your body. Allow your hips to sink forward, stretching your right glutes, your left hip flexors. Stay for another breath in and back out. Inhale, begin to lift back up to your hands. You'll heel your right foot to the left, and then walk your hands and your hips back into half splits. Left hip comes over left knee, right leg comes to straight. Keep your spine as long as you can as you bend your elbows to find the stretch. Curl your toes towards your face to add a little bit more of a calf stretch. Take one more inhale here. And one more exhale. On your next inhale, begin to crawl your hands and your hips forward, coming back to your lunge. Tuck your back toes under. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left. And exhale, runner's lunge. Plant your foot on the outer left edge of your mat. If you did so previously, drop back down to forearms on a block or on your mat. Allow your hips to sink forward and stretch here for a moment. Noticing any similarities as well as differences from side to side. Take one more breath in and blow it out. Inhale, lift back up to your hands if not already there. To heel your left foot a little bit more towards center, and then send hands and hips back, revisiting half splits on this side. Reach your hips back evenly behind you. Maybe curl your left toes towards your face for a little extra calf stretch. Take a breath in and give a breath back. Inhale, begin to crawl back forward to your lunge. Lift your right knee and exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and blow it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose, arms reach overhead. Weight comes back towards your heels. Knees pull towards one another even if they aren't touching. Engage your core. Lift your heart and soften your shoulders. Final breath in. And exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to your high plank position. From there, chaturanga or not. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you, bend your knee and stack your hips, maybe circling out foot or knee. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. And exhale, twist right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, step through to your lunge. As you find your balance, inhale, arms reach overhead, crescent lunge. Take a moment to spiral your hips to even, bringing right hip back, left hip forward. As if your feet have magnets, pull them towards one another, engaging your legs. And then draw your shoulders down your back. Perhaps sink a little deeper into your lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Reach your right arm behind your left arm in front. Activate your arms, reach in opposite directions, keeping your shoulders relaxed. And continue to press weight into your back toes, lifting your left hip as you breathe here. Unclench your jaw. Now inhale, unwind, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Moving into an eagle wrap, wrap your right arm below your left. You can find bear hug. Back of hand to back of hand or palm to palm. Once you find your wrap, squeeze your elbows and your wrists together. Gaze over your right shoulder, deepen back into your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, unwind your arms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm up and overhead. Option to clasp your wrist with your left fingertips for an added side body and tricep stretch. Continue to deepen your lunge here as you send your breath to your right side rib cage. Final breath in. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward, dropping right elbow to right thigh. Left arm sweeps the horizon, reaches overhead. Twist your heart up towards the ceiling of your space. And continue to pull your feet towards one another, really pressing into the pinky toe edge of your back foot here to lift your left arch. Continue to engage your core. Now engage your side bodies. Inhale, lift up to star pose. Exhale, turn your toes out, your heels in, sit low, goddess pose. Pull your knees back behind you. And feel free to sway your hips side to side for a moment to get warmed up in this shape. Unclench your jaw. And see how deep you can sink here, stretching your outer hips, your inner thighs. Now inhale, lift back up, star pose. And exhale, triangle pose to the top of your space, arms to a T, lean forward. When you can't lean anymore, tuck your arms to 6 and 12. You can press your bottom right arm against your right thigh for leverage to help you twist your heart a little bit more towards the ceiling. Feel free to add a soft bend back into your front right knee, especially if you tend to hyperextend through your joints like I do. We'll hold here for one more breath in and one more exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach your right arm up and overhead, keeping your right leg fairly straight. Stretching into your side body, perhaps pivot your gaze back to behind your back foot to add a bit of a neck stretch as well. Send your breath to the right side of your rib cage, feeling this stretch. One more inhale. And exhale, low lunge. Windmill your hands or frame your front foot, come to your back toes. Inhale, step back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga or not. If you're flowing, inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left. Open your hip, take a moment to shake it out. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, twist left knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, tap your left tricep. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, step through to your lunge. Find your balance. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, crescent lunge. And again, take a moment to get set up. Square your hips. Pull your feet towards one another. And really press into your back toes, stacking right heel over toes. See if you can sink a little deeper. Final inhale here. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Sweep your left arm behind your right arm in front. Reach your arms actively in opposite directions. And also pull them a bit behind you to find that stretch. Even your hips. And continue to sink in. Notice your breath here. Now inhale, unwind, crescent lunge. Exhale, spiral open, warrior two. Moving back toward eagle arm wrap. This time left arm wraps below right. As you find the wrap, squeeze your joints together. Feel this stretch. And you can gaze back over your left shoulder. Continue driving your lunge here. And press into the pinky toe edge of your back right foot to feel your arch lift. Final inhale. Exhale, unwind your arms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Option to clasp your left wrist with your right fingertips for a little extra side body stretch. Continue to drive your lunge. Final in-breath here. Exhale, extended side angle, arms to a T, reach forward. Drop left elbow to left thigh, right arm sweeps the horizon, reaches overhead. Feel free to gaze past your right bicep up towards the ceiling to include your neck in the twist here. And notice how much weight you've got on your left arm. If you're really leaning onto your thigh, can you engage your core and send a little less weight there? Engage your side body. Inhale, lift up star pose. And exhale, we'll sit low into goddess pose again. Toes out, knees in. Knees are stacked over your ankles. Heart is lifted. Final round of breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, release to star pose. Exhale, triangle pose to the top of your space. Front leg is fairly straight. Tucking your arms is 6 and 12. Notice the stretch you're getting on your right hip, your right glute. Stay active through the arms here. And again, maybe add a little bend back into your front knee. Now inhale, reverse your triangle. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Create that space between left shoulder and left hip. One more breath in. And exhale, low lunge. Windmill your hands to frame your front foot, step to your back toes. Inhale is high plank. Exhale, chaturanga or not, yogi's choice. We will meet in downward facing dog. This is our flow. We'll walk through it twice more. Breath to movement. Take a moment in home base to come back to your breath. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to your lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms reach overhead. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Inhale, unwind, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, all the way up star pose. Exhale, sit low, goddess pose. Inhale, shoot back up star. Exhale, triangle pose to the top of your space. Inhale, reverse your triangle. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step back to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga or not. If you're flowing, inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, hips up and back, side two. Inhale, lift your left. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, step or guide it through to your lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist, left. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, pulls you up, star pose. And exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, back to star. And exhale, triangle pose to the top of your space. Inhale, reverse your triangle. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank, step it back. Exhale, chaturanga or nataranga. Again, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take another quick break in downward facing dog. You might wipe a little sweat, sip a little water, or come back inside your body and back to your breath. Inhale, lift your right. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step through to your lunge. Inhale, lift crescent. Exhale, vertical twist right. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, back to star. Exhale, triangle pose to the top of your space. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step back to your plank. Maybe ekapada, exhale, chaturanga or not. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist, left. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. And exhale to goddess. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, step back to your plank. Exhale, maybe ekapada. Final chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, step, step or hop, top of your space. Begin to toe heel your feet to about the width of your space. Bend your knees and drop your hips low from Malasana pose. Toes can point out to allow your heels to set down on the mat. Press your elbows into your knees to open your hips. Knees into elbows, use that leverage to lift your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands, lift your hips, toe heel your feet back to your stance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Begin to bring your weight to your left leg. And lift your right. Bring your right hand on the outside of your right knee to guide your knee open to the right. Cactusing or bringing your left arm out to a T. Another variation of this shape is to bring your peace fingers to your big toe and dial your leg out to the right with a more extended leg. You can also utilize a strap if you can't quite reach your toe. Keep pressing the ground away with your standing leg. Engage your core and find your drishti point, that one point of focus. Now inhale, unwind. Exhale, release. Shake it out. We'll set up for side two. Bring your weight to your right. Begin to lift your left. You can take your gripped knee or big toe, extend your leg forward, and then rotate it out to the left. Right arm can become your T or your cactus for your counterbalance. Notice if it's easier to balance on one side or the other today. Inhale, begin to unwind. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Setting up for a final slow flow. Find your stance. Begin to bring your hands to heart center. Begin to sit back and down as you cross your left ankle over your right knee, figure 4. Back is straight here. Your right leg feels kind of like a chair pose. Engage your core and flex your right toes. Inhale, begin to lift up one-legged Tadasana, and exhale, bring your left leg behind you, landing in Warrior 1 legs. Feet are about hip-width distance. Left foot is about at a 95-degree angle. Just like your crescent lunge, spread all your hips forward, bringing your left hip forward and your right hip back. Relax your shoulders and unclench your jaw. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your front knee. Keeping it straight back, begin to hinge forward into pyramid pose. Hands can release down to your blocks or your mat when you're about halfway there. If you feel your back foot is wanting to lift off your mat, simply step it a little closer to your front foot. It'll stay put. Encourage your right hip up and back here so your hips stay square. Now inhale, lift up halfway and begin to walk your hands to the left so you're in Prasarita straddle stretch, facing towards the long edge of your mat. You might need to widen your stance a little bit here. Option to interlace your hands behind you for another shoulder opener. Let your head hang heavy and play with shifting your weight forward towards your toes. Notice how that changes the stretch. Now begin to release your hands underneath you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, lift all the way back up to star pose. And exhale, Warrior 2. Begin to reach forward into extended side angle. And from there, we'll take a half bind, weaving our left arm behind us, maybe reaching for right thigh. Now bring your right arm in front of your leg, perhaps clasping hands behind you. You can also use a strap. Start to hop your back left foot in so that it becomes underneath you. Your weight goes there. Trust yourself. As you start to come to standing, right leg will lift. Once you feel stable, stay, or begin to extend your right leg long for birds of paradise. Keep lifting your heart here, breathing, and locating your drishti point. Now the challenge is to make your way back the same way you came in. Bend your knee, land gently, step back to your extended side angle with a bind. Release to half bind, regular extended side angle. Now inhale, reverse warrior, and exhale, low lunge. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, step together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, weight to your left. Inhale, lift your right, cross it over for figure 4. Engage your core. Keep reaching your hips back and down, finding stability. Inhale, lift up one-legged Tadasana, and exhale, step back, Warrior 1. Adjust your stance as needed. Square your hips forward. And just like in Warrior 2, press into the knife edge of your back right foot to lift your right arch. Lunge as generously as feels safe in your body here. One more in breath. Exhale, hands to hips, straighten your front knee. Begin to hinge forward into pyramid pose. Same as before, hands release down. Feel free to step your right foot a little bit forward. And spiral left hip up and back to find the best stretch. Just like in triangle pose, you might soften your left knee just to give that leg a little break, especially if you hyperextend. Finding our way back into Prasarita, this time pivot over your right shoulder. Perhaps widen your stance and again hang. The same shoulder opener is available if you want it. You can also grab for the back of your heels and give yourself a tug to increase the hip stretch. Let your head hang heavy here and soften your eyebrows. Now bring your hands back underneath you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, lift up to star pose, nice and controlled. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your space. Once you feel set up, begin to hinge forward for extended side angle. Begin to weave your right arm behind you for your half bind. Left arm comes in front, maybe hand clasps hand or use a strap. Hop your right foot underneath you. Find your confidence and your drishti points. Begin to come to standing. Again, first find stability and then start to kick your left leg out. Birds of paradise. Keep lifting your heart here. And again, as you're ready, we'll start to unbuild, bend your leg, plant your left foot, step your right leg back into your lunge, release your bind, release your half bind, inhale, reverse warrior, and exhale, low lunge. Inhale, look forward, exhale, forward fold, top of your space, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Step your feet a little wider, slide your hands underneath your feet, bend your elbows, gorilla pose. Let any tension drain out the top of your head. Enjoy this stretch. Now release feet from hands, bend your knees. Take a seat on your mat. Moving to seated forward bend, extend your legs long in front of you. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, surrender forward. You let your arms rest. Grab for the outer edges of your feet, or perhaps use your strap to lengthen your arms. Breathe deeply into the back side of your body here, finding a little more stretch. One more breath in. Exhale, melt it in just a little deeper. And then with your next inhale, release your grip. Start to walk your hands up, your legs coming to a seat. Now bend your knees and scoot forward so your toes touch the top of your space. Extend your arms forward, begin to roll down on your back. One vertebra at a time, take it as slow as you can. When you do arrive, hug your knees into your chest. Maybe sway side to side a little bit. Inhale, pull your right knee in. And exhale, supine twist. Guide your right knee across your body. You can reach your arms out to T's or cactus, perhaps gazing over your right shoulder to complete your twist. Once you arrive here, soften everything. Final round of breath here, fill up. And blow it out. Inhale, engage your core just enough to unwind. Hug your right knee back in. And then swap it out for your left. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Use your right hand to guide your left knee across your body. Might feel good to bump your hips back to the right. Arms can reach back to that T or cactus. Maybe gazing over your left shoulder. To complete your twist, allow everything to relax. Final breath in. Hold for the exhale. Inhale and again, engage your core just enough to unwind, hug your left knee into your chest, and then bring your right knee in to meet it. Stay here or open up into happy baby, sticking hands through your legs to capture outer edges of feet, ankles, or behind your knees. If it feels good to sway side to side here, please be my guest. Happy baby is the last shape that I have planned for Shavasana. So whenever you're ready to take it, feel free to stretch out, to take up some space, and to rest. I leave you here in Shavasana today. Please stay for as long as serves you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The light and the love and the teacher within me sees and bows to the light and the love and the teacher within you. Namaste.